Good morning, Flosstube. It is Sunday the 12th of May 2024. I'm Sarah and I'm very happy to have you join me here at Sew Me Sarah. I've been sitting here for a little while this morning waiting for my washing machine to stop spinning because it's very noisy. And it reminded me of a question that was asked by my lovely friends Stacey and Nancy from Mississippi. And once they asked, is the whole room like this, this level of serenity and perfection? And I have to really laugh because it's just not, and it never is. That's why we're tucked in this bottom corner here where I can keep all the mess away. Just over that way, there's a clothes horse filled with all of my laundry. Usually it's all over the radiators too, but they're not on at the moment because we've actually had some heat, like real proper outside heat. So there's a clothes horse covered in my husband's running gear and school uniform. There's a mess on the benches, wires and iPads and phones all over there on the kitchen bench, taking up more room than the fruit bowl, all charging over there. Here on this side, there's a little area where Charlotte's inside bicycle is, and her chalkboard, and a random stack of papers and paperwork that comes home from school that if I walk past it in the wrong way, it will all fall. So we kind of tiptoe beyond that. And over here at this side is the mess that is supposed to be my sewing nook, but it's a real mess. And I have stopped my dishwasher. I have interrupted it mid-cycle just so that I could have the piece to record. So I assure you that this is all a facade. The rest of it is all chaos. Anyway, you didn't come here to listen to me ramble about that. Sorry, I think with the good weather and a lot of folks cutting their grass, I've just picked up a little tickle in my throat. I don't have severe allergies, but I do notice a little bit of tickling in my nose and throat from time to time this time of year. So apologies for that little bit of a frog there. There isn't really any big news here with me this time. So I just want to say welcome. Thank you for coming to watch. And I really hope that you enjoy your time here. We keep having lots of new folks join us, new subscribers. So thank you very much that you have spent the time watching when there's so many other options available to you. And I'm glad that some of you have enjoyed it enough to hit the subscribe button and stay for the rest of the shows. So I want to thank you all for last time on my last regular episode. You all really took to the challenge of going and having a look at Claire's Love Poppet website and enjoyed letting me know what your favourites were from there. Like me, most of you couldn't choose just one, but it was clear that her birds, the Going Coastal, and the Home for Christmas one, or Driving Home for Christmas one, those were very popular. I did a little quick video last weekend to talk about that and to announce the winner. So Mika was the winner, and Mika, that your kit has now arrived with me. It arrived yesterday morning and I will be taking it to the post office tomorrow, so hopefully that will be on its way to you very soon and you can start stitching maybe on time for the start of the stitch along, or maybe just a few days after. So thank you all for participating in that little giveaway question and for sharing your love for Claire's Love Poppet site. Okay, let's do a little bit of stitching talk. So I have got 4 or 5 pieces to show you today, 5 I think. And then I'm going to share with you the June plans that I have for my starts in the Fun for 50 SAL 2024 that I'm doing with my friend Sally in celebration of our 50th birthday years. So I'm going to let you know what's coming up in June so that if you have anything the same as those charts or in line with those charts, that you might want to start and join in with me on those starts. So let's have a look at the whips that I worked on now. I worked on 3 whips this last couple of weeks, and here's one of them. Yes, it's finished. What could it be? I have a finish of the Oh Holy Night Advent calendar. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to stand up, but there you go. Oh Holy Night Advent calendar. This is a dimensions kit, as if you didn't know, because you've seen it often enough. This is dimensions kit that I bought in 2006 because the receipt is still in the bag. And I bought this when my son was 5 years old, or he was 4.5. And I think my plan was to have it stitched for that Christmas when he would have just turned 5. And I never did. I got it started. This kit, as you can see, is this panel. And you can see here we've got little beads on the Advent grid. And on those little beads, we're going to hang the ornaments, which are all stitched on plastic canvas. So I had started years ago, and I started with these little ornaments, and I did probably 8 or 9 of them in 2006. I never really did any more. It was abandoned really. So it is a very old WIP, but I haven't worked at it for all of those 18 years. So I picked it up again a couple of times. And as I say, I started with these first, but I picked it up in earnest a while back, maybe a year and a half ago, and put it into my WIP rotation. And then, as you well know, it has been my daily thread probably for the last, well, we're in May, so the last 4 months, really. I think I finished last year with something else as the daily thread, and then pulled this one into daily thread to see if we could move it along and give it a chance of being finished for this year. So that is the Oh Holy Night Advent calendar, and I'm absolutely delighted to have it finished. Thank you all so much for continually cheering me on. I know there were times when I wondered if I would do it. I wondered if I would scale back and not put in the star border, just leave it as an arched, but I'm glad I didn't. I think I was just feeling overwhelmed and like it would never get done, but I'm glad I did it the way it was intended to be stitched. So it's really very tall and my arms are not very long. So let me just kind of hold it here for a little bit, even though you're not seeing all of it. So the plan now is to finish it just with the kit materials. It becomes a little wall hanging, and as I say, these little ornaments then need to be cut out and made into ornaments, so they need little hangers attached. So I think there's still a fair amount of work to do, but there is no more stitching. So I have a finished object. And the next time you see it, hopefully before December, so that this will be a proper finish this year. The next time you see it, I hope that you will see the full thing in all its glory. So thank you again, as I said, for keep on cheering me on, and yeah, for not letting me give up on it. So I really appreciate your support for that. I have another finish, which is one of the WIPs that I picked up. This was one of my 50 starts this year, and I did tell you at the time that I wanted to be finishing it because it's for a gift. So this is Caterpillar Cross Stitches Positivity Rules design, and this is going to be a gift for Emma, who was Charlotte's classroom assistant for 4 years, is our very, very special family friend, and Charlotte's second mother, bigger sister, all the things a person could possibly be. But Emma has been, this year, she has been away in Liverpool training to be a teacher and to get her teaching qualification, and we've missed her immensely, but we're so proud of how she's doing, and of course she's acing it. So I want this to be a gift for when she graduates in July with her teaching qualification. I thought this would be nice for her. If I get it all framed up, then it'd be nice for her to have as an addition to her classroom when she gets a teaching position somewhere. So this is Positivity Rules, and I got it finished on Friday night, I think. Oh no, last night, Saturday night. So I'm very happy to have this piece ready to be framed, which gives it a really good chance of being gifted on time. The next whip that I have is the Peacock tree from Modern Folk Embroidery. There's a wee bit of a story that goes with this one. This, as you might remember, was one of my starts earlier in the year for the Fun for 50 SAL 2024, and also for the Jacob Sleeper SAL that Carmen from Cardamom Pins is hosting. I love this little chart, and I thought this would be a really nice one to do, and I can do it as part of my 50 starts, and it works for the SAL, as I really wanted to support Carmen and join in with her SAL. So I had started it on this lovely linen, this lovely 32 count linen, and the thread is Peacock. I think it's a Weeks Dye Works. I don't actually have it here, but I think it's Weeks Peacock. And I love the thread, and I will hold the skein up. I don't know where it's disappeared to, but anyway, I would hold the skein up and think, yes, that's perfect. But when I stitched it, it was just coming out so dark. This morning, as I'm showing it to you, it looks like a bottle green here. I don't see any variegation in it at all, and I do see variegation in the skein, but just not when it's stitched up. So anyway, as I would choose a stitch to work on at nights, I would go along to the box and think, yeah, I'll pick up Peacock tree, and then I would pick it out, open it up, and I'd put it away again. Or I'd completely avoid it altogether. So it suddenly dawned on me that that is actually what I was doing, was avoiding this stitch. And I thought, even though I declared I was going to keep going and I was not going to restart it, I suddenly thought, I'm not going to keep stitching this. I'm not happy with it. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not what I wanted it to be. It's not how I had expected it to be. And therefore I just wasn't motivated to touch it anymore. So last week, and I had a night, and I thought, yeah, I need to restart this. So that is what I did. I restarted when I said I wouldn't. And this is my restart. This is a 40 count Mayflower from Fox and Rabbit fabric. I apologize for the wrinkles. I actually did iron this morning, but I've been working in hand, which is why you see all the rolls and folds. It will come out when I'm finished. I will be able to spray it and get those wrinkles out, but they just didn't come out this morning. Anyway, aside from the wrinkled fabric, this is Gentle Arts Peacock thread, and it's so much more what I was hoping for. Now it isn't, you know, it's obviously very different to the original. Let me try to put them both up together. It's obviously very different. The original is much darker, and the Peacock floss is much, much darker than the Peacock floss. So originally I had wanted something with this kind of amount of variegation, but in a deeper shades. And I just got too much deep and dark here. This just wasn't speaking to me. So I found in my stash the Peacock thread from Gentle Arts, and I am so much happier with this. Now I really want to keep stitching on it. I don't want to put it down, and I want to keep working on it. And that, to me, is the way a stitch should be. So this poor Peacock is just probably going to be abandoned. So sorry, but bye. And this one is the one that's going to get all the love and attention. And of course he's got a mate on this side. So that is my restart of the Peacock tree. That was all of the whips that I worked on. I did then have a couple of new starts for the Fun for 50 SAL 2024, which Sally and I are doing together. And the first one that I did start was Goodness and Mercy. And this is from Sweet Wings Studio. And here is my start. Now this is a quick stitch. I just didn't get very much time to stitch this last couple of weeks. it's been really busy. So it is a quick stitch. I reckon you could do this in 2 nights or 3 nights sitting and actually finish it. I just didn't get very long at it. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I'm happy with my color choices. I didn't use the colors that are listed on the back. I think I've only got a couple of them. She has listed 3 DMCs and I think I probably used those, but I haven't used any of the overdyes. There's 6 overdyes listed there and I didn't have any of them, but I just chose from my stash and I'm very happy with, you know, how close they are, how similar they are. So I kept with the color, you know, with the color choices, but I just didn't have the exact threads and I chose something similar. I'm really happy with how well the white thread, which is 3865 DMC, I'm really happy with how well that's showing up on this linen. This is Zweigart flax linen in a 32 count and I'm stitching 2/2. A wee bird looks a bit odd because he hasn't got his beak yet or his eye, so that's the next thing I'll have to add in for him or her. She's on a nest, so maybe it's a her. Yeah, love it. It shouldn't take too much longer to finish and is a very nice little stitch. So this one is start number 21. Oh, I think I've done my starts in the wrong way around. Anyway, this one was my most recent this week. Start 21, and the prompts that you guys provided for Sally and I, which are satisfied by this stitch, are prompt number 15, so from Jane Copeland, who said, start your newest purchased pattern. So this was last Monday, my newest purchased pattern. This was one of my market purchases. So thank you for that fun suggestion, Jane. And this also fits with prompt number 54, which is from Count Twice, Stitch Once. And you said that we should stitch something designed in 2024. So as a marker release, this one was designed and released in 2024. So I'm very happy that I've started these, and I also started this one in honor of Marion, who is a viewer who is also 50 this year. So Marion is another 1974 baby. I don't know, Marion, which month your birthday is in, but when you told me that your birthday was this year, your big birthday was this year, then I wanted to stitch something in your honor, and this one is for you. So happy birthday, Marion. I hope that this year will be a great year and the beginning of many more for you. So that is start number 21. And because, as I've just said, I've realized I'm showing you these in the wrong order, the next one will have been start number 20, and it is a modern folk embroidery piece, and it's a freebie called Light a Single Candle. Now, I was very excited to be stitching this one because I waited for months and months on the fabric to come for it, and I hope it'll show up really nicely. But this fabric is a beautiful dark blue with gorgeous mottling in it. It is a Lugana, a 32 count Lugana from Picture This Plus, and the color is called Mystic. Now, I actually bought the fabric with the other modern folk embroidery design in mind, the Moonshine Cabin. Sorry, I was trying to remember its name. With Moonshine Cabin, because I may be starting that later on in the year. I thought it would be a gorgeous colour to stitch Moonshine Cabin on. And when I realised I was going to have enough of that fabric left, I thought it would be a very nice fabric for this stitch. And you can see that the model picture is black. But I just really like this idea of this color. And the thread that I chose is Roxy Floss thread, and this was given to us at Stitch in London. This was part of our goodie bag at Stitch in London, and it is a Roxy Floss sample thread called Platinum, and it's lovely. It's a really beautiful silver, pale silver grey, and it's working very nicely on this fabric. Now, this being 32 count, I had thought that when I stitched it, I thought I would be using 2/2, but I have to tell you, those were the ugliest stitches I've ever stitched. So I don't know if it's the floss or if it's the fabric has shrunk a little, although even, I mean, it's at 32 count, so even if it shrunk a little, I wouldn't have expected it to be terribly small. But anyway, it was easily resolved by just dropping down to one strand, and I think the one strand looks very effective on this fabric. So yeah, it just goes to show that sometimes sometimes the fabric doesn't work with your rules. If you say, oh, I always stitch 32 count with 2/, sometimes it just doesn't work. But this is working beautifully, and I'm very happy with it. So this start satisfied some of the prompts also. And it satisfied number 9, which came from Quilty Kathy, and Kathy said we should start something with grey or silver, which is the colour that our hair naturally becomes. So yes, Kathy, I have platinum hair and this is the silver grey that I chose for your prompt. So thank you for that, because I enjoyed that, and it worked out really nicely since I'd just been given this beautiful platinum floss from Roxy Floss Co. Prompt number 29 was from Karen the Stitching Owl, and she said to use a Roxy Floss thread. So there you go, Karen. And prompt number 25 from Vicky in Kansas. Vicky said we should stitch something on an unusual non-neutral fabric. So I'm not sure how unusual this is. There is a little more variation and mottling, and it's very small mottling. It's not big blotches, it's little. You can see it here. So I know it's not the most unusual fabric in the world, but for me it's unusual in that it's not neutral, and I also really love it. So I'm claiming that one, Vicky. I hope it passes your I hope it passes your standards. So that's 3 of the prompts fulfilled in this one stitch. I love stitching on this. It's classic Jacob stitching for me. I absolutely adore these kinds of patterns from Jacob. They just stitch so beautifully and they're so calming to me. So that's probably why I like them so much. So I'll be looking forward to picking this one up again when I can. Okay, so those are all of the stitches that I was able to touch in the last 2 weeks. As I said, I just didn't get quite as much time as I normally would, but I enjoyed all of them nonetheless. So I have been planning. You know that I'm when you have 50 starts, that you're doing approximately 1 a week. There are some weeks we do a bit more, and we're a bit not rigid to that schedule, but roughly I'm going to have 1 start a week. So I have 3 more starts left for May. I won't dwell on them, but I'll show you briefly because I have talked about them in the last couple of videos. Tomorrow, which I'm very excited about, I'm going to be able to start Le Petit Chaperon Rouge from Jardin Privé. So I'm really happy to be starting that one tomorrow. And then next Monday, the 20th, I'm going to start Mildred's Strawberry. This is from the book, the Blackbird book, In Friendship's Way, gifted by Ros Clarke to me and to Sally, who is doing the SAL with me, and Sally is also going to start this one. So if you haven't been here before, Sally and I are doing the 50 starts, but we don't have 50 projects all the same. We have approximately 1 a month. We're doing the same project, and the rest of the time we're doing our own choices. But this one, since we both have this beautiful book from Ros as a gift for our 50th year, we chose this one to stitch together from it. Now we are both going to change up the colours because for both of our tastes this is too dark and dull, but I know Blackbird know what they're doing, but it's just not our taste. So it will be fun to see what Sally chooses to stitch Mildred's strawberry in. I haven't told her what colours I'm going for. She hasn't told me what colour she's going for. And it will be fun to see how we each change it up. So if you have the book, you could join in along with us. This is a perfect one if you just want to do a very little stitch with us. There's not too much to this stitching at all. I'm very much hoping that in the 2 nights I have allocated to the start, I'll get it finished. And then the last one that I have for May, which will be May the 27th, is the Bee Queen from Tiny Modernist. I cannot wait to get to her. And I know I'm going to struggle because I only have 2 nights to start her, but and I'll have to leave her. But anyway, Andrew from the Runner Stitcher, Andrew said he's going to join me for this start. So Andrew, I am counting on you. No pressure, but I'm counting on you, Andrew, to keep going with her so that I can see how she's supposed to be stitching up as I keep going with my other 20 odd starts for the year. So I'm going to live the Bee Queen vicariously through Andrew for a while. But we're both starting together, and you of course are very welcome to start with us too. Okay, those are the May stitches, and Sally and I are going to tell you about what we have planned for June. We have one project that is the same one that we're going to do together, and then we have a couple of others that we've chosen just ourselves. So there are 4 weeks in June, and I'm going to pop up my schedule here. So anyone who's interested can screenshot it so that you can go away and have a look in your stash and see if you've got anything like these that you could join with us in stitching. So the first one that I have planned for June is the Bluebird Sampler from Heart in Hand. Now, I gave you a sneak peek of this one a little while ago and told you it was coming. So those of you who caught that sneak peek maybe already have plans to join me. Let me know if you do. This was a gift when I met Anne-Marie who lives in Ireland, but I met her at Stitch in London last October, and she kindly gifted me this lovely chart. So of course I'm putting it in to have as one of my 50 starts this year. So I'm looking forward to stitching this one. My next start for June is a kit that I picked up because there was one of the prompts given that I really liked, and it's about a place that's special, or I can't remember the exact wording because I haven't written that down yet, but it's about somewhere that's really special and reminds you of, you know, a place or people that you loved. So this one is a Bothy Threads kit. It's quite an older kit, and it's Bothy Threads now. I think Bothy Threads bought over Derwent Water Designs, and in Derwent Water Designs there was also, you know, Dale Designs, so somehow these three are all related now. Anyway, this is the Bridge House at Ambleside, and this is in the English Lake District, and I'll tell you a little bit about this and, you know, what it means to me once I do the start and once I show you that start. So this is the kit. I apologize for how it looks. At the beginning of the year, I ordered some kits and things from a company called Very Crafty, and I wouldn't normally call them out, but I ordered them from Very Crafty, and they were decent prices, and I thought, oh yeah, they had some things that I was looking for, so I placed the order. And when it came like this. It was a mess, really. Now, it's not damaged in that I can't use it, but if you like your patterns and things pristine, you know, you wouldn't be happy with this. I thought, oh, that's a bit messy. I'm glad that I didn't buy it to gift to someone. That would be my first thought, was I wouldn't have wanted to gift this to anyone. As it happened, when I placed the order, I forgot to order something, and a couple of days later, before this first one arrived, I placed a second order with them. And so then this one came, and it looked a bit beaten up and what have you, but I thought, well, it happens, doesn't it? It happens sometimes. You're sending things in the post, they don't always arrive pristine. But the second package arrived pretty much like it had been kicked about as well. So so I am reluctant to order from that company again, because 2 orders in a row that looked like somebody'd been playing football with them at lunchtime before the mailman came to pick them up. Yeah, I'm not sure about. Anyway, all of that probably doesn't really matter. I would be interested to know if you have experience of Very Crafty, and is this the norm, or did I just get unlucky twice? But anyway, this is going to be the 2nd of my June starts. The 3rd of my June starts is another one from Very Crafty. So you can kind of see, well, maybe you can't, but this box is a bit dinged, and again, I wouldn't want to be gifting it to someone, but everything inside is fine, and the charts are all grand. So actually I shouldn't really garn about it, should I? This is Hummingbird, or Humming Along. Yeah, Humming Along, and the little hummingbird. And what I was actually really quite happy to see was that this was an even weave kit, not just an Ada kit. So I do like even weave. The colours are beautiful. It's not too big, and it makes me think of my friend Sarah from Sarah's Stitchy Spot, because she's a hummingbird lover. So I just saw it and I thought, yeah, I want to do that, and I purchased that as well. So that'll be start number 3 for June. And start number 4 is the one that we told you about a couple of times ago. Sally and I are both going to do this one, and it is Light by Barbara Anna Designs. And I told you that unfortunately the link I gave when I first told you about this doesn't actually work. You need to go to Barbara Anna Designs Instagram and go to her link tree. And on her link tree there's quite a list of things. There's several other free designs as well. This is one of them, and you can get that there if you would like to stitch this with us. I'm really, really excited about this. It will be my first Barbara Anna piece, and I love it, absolutely love it. So I'm really looking forward to this. So those are the plans for June. Sally has a plan coming up that she's going to share with us all on Flosstube. She's going to share with us how she goes about kitting up and preparing for these 50 starts that we're doing this year. So someone asked her about that, and she's going to do an episode about that. So I would ask you to take a wee look and keep your eye out on Sally's channel. She is at FlossySewsandGrows on Instagram and here on YouTube. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Sally did go about it, to see if I could have done it better, if it's anything like the way that I kitted up, or has she got some real magic up her sleeve. So I find it interesting to see how people go about things, approach things, maybe in a different way than me, maybe not so different at all, but I think it'll be fun to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of this 50 for 50 SAL. So keep an eye on Sally's channel. Over the next couple of weeks before I see you again, and it probably will be, I think, 3 weeks before I'm able to come back. The next time I'm due to record will be in the middle of a period of 10 days when I'm solo parenting, which I'm not looking forward to, I have to tell you. But hubby is going away. He's doing a big challenge for charity, and he's heading away to do that, and he'll be away for 10 days. So I think that by the time the Sunday rolls around that I'm supposed to record, I won't even be coherent, never mind actually be able to find the time to record. So I think it's probably best left for the extra week, and I'll see you in about 3 weeks. So in the 3 weeks between now and then, my plans are really centered around SALs. So there are 2 SALs that will start in the next 2 weeks. One is the Historical Sampler Company SAL that I've been telling you about, Do More of What Makes You Happy. This is a beautiful design. We've seen a sneak peek of it. It's designed by Emma Congdon, and I love to stitch Emma Congdon pieces. So I'm looking forward to starting that. That will be releasing the first part soon. And also the first part of Caterpillar Cross Stitch's North American Adventure will release soon too, in the next couple of weeks. So they also overlap, this one overlaps with the existing Caterpillar Cross Stitch SAL, which is Enchanted Realms. There are still 2 parts of that one to go. So the 5th part of that will release in the next 2 weeks as well. So these SALs keep me busy, and I will probably spend the majority of the next couple of weeks doing these, along with my my 3 starts for my own SAL, well, Sally and my SAL. So that's really the plans. I don't think there'll be much time for anything else, if I even get all of those things stitched, given that I'm, you know, home alone with Turbo Child. So anyway, I'll have to try and get her back on to chat with you, but she hasn't got a minute. She's busy. And sorry, I am talking, for those who don't know, sorry, I should say, I'm talking about my daughter Charlotte. Charlotte sometimes makes an appearance here with me. She likes to see herself on camera. She likes to have a chat. She likes to emulate, and it's usually yeah, entertaining. And you all appreciate it so much. So yeah, I'll try to get her to come back on. As I said, she's just busy, and she's always too busy to actually be bothered to settle. So that's her in a nutshell again. So we'll see how it goes. But as I say, it'll probably be 3 weeks until I'm back again. In the meantime, I have a little get connected for you. I'm a little bit late for this one. I didn't realize that I was. But this is a SAL that you might be interested in, and it is being hosted by Annie the Proper Stitcher and Alicia of the Fanciful Flamingo. Please excuse me a wee second, I'm just a wee bit dry. Annie the Proper Stitcher and Alicia from the Fanciful... I've said this about 18 times and I can't say it properly. The Fanciful Flamingo, thank you. Annie and Alicia are hosting a SAL for the 12 Days of Christmas Stockings that were released by Annie B's Folk Art at Market this year. So it's one I would love to be joining in with, given that I purchased the pattern and love the designs so much. But I'm not going to just right now with everything else that's going on. I thought that it started in June, and I was hoping that I would be telling you about it now, and that would be ahead of the curve, but actually I believe it started on the 1st of May, and I only found that out the other evening. So I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late with this one, but it is going to run, you know, for quite some time. So I'm sure that you could catch up, and that will be a way to connect with other stitchers who are stitching the patterns and those 12 little stocking designs. So if you're interested, go and watch Annie or Alicia or both of them and find out how you can connect and what the hashtags are and all of that kind of information. The one special thing that I want to share with you today is another stitcher's work, and it is specifically one piece. It is the now it's still in progress, but it is the Modern Folk Embroidery No Time Like the Present SAL, and I want to tell you about Leigh's version of that. Now, Leigh is a new to me floss tuber. Her floss tube is called Sticks, Strings and Other Things. And she is a Pacific Northwest stitcher. She's a knitter, a crocheter, multi-crafter really. She left a lovely comment on one of my latest posts, and I went to check out her YouTube videos, her floss tube, and I saw her talk in episode 82. She talks about No Time Like the Present, and she shows her progress on it. And it is absolutely beautiful. So she has chosen to use several colors in her piece. I think there are maybe 3 or 4 colors in it now. And it's just stunning. It really made me, excuse me, I'm sorry. It really made me look twice the stitch, and really, you know, just really appreciated the beauty of her piece and her color choices. So if you would like to see Leigh's piece, then please go over and watch episode 82 of Sticks, Strings and Other Things. You will enjoy Leigh. I think I really did when I was watching her. She's very entertaining and she has some really, really beautiful projects on the go, and fantastic knitting. So I know a lot of floss tubers are dipping their toe in knitting or dipping their toe in sharing their knitting, which they've been doing for a long time. And Leigh has some really beautiful knitting projects to share with everyone as well. So go and watch her and pay particular attention to the special thing that I'm talking about today, which is her No Time Like the Present. Okay, it's time to go. But just before I do, I want to share with you that it will be my Flosstube Channels' 3rd birthday this week. So on the 14th of May 2021, I sat down in front of this camera and I made my first venture into Flosstube. I had no idea where it was going to go. I don't even know really what my expectations were. I think I was thinking I would chronicle what I stitch and maybe half a dozen people would find me and follow me. I certainly wasn't going to tell my family and friends about it, so I wasn't even counting on their subscriptions to boost any numbers. But basically that was the start of an amazing journey for me, a really truly amazing journey for me, something I never expected to turn out how it has, something I have loved every single minute of, even the nervous ones back at the beginning. I really have enjoyed it. It has opened up a world of connection and cross-stitching to me, who, you know, I'm shy and socially inept. I'm not totally antisocial, but I'm just not very confident. And this has been a lifeline. It has been a way to reach out, to share with you, to have you share with me. I have built community, proper community. I have made friendships through this that I never expected ever in a million years. It has been a source of inspiration. It has been a source of comfort. It has been a source of laughter. And there isn't a minute of it that I haven't been grateful for. And I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who have been viewers from the beginning, or have only been viewers since last time or this time. I want to thank you all for the participation and the community that creates. I really, really value this channel, and it's not about me talking to the screen. It's about the connections we have, the conversations we have. I didn't know how I was going to do that when I started, but I have managed to do it because you talk back to me, because you engage, and that has made a world of difference in my life, in a life where I spend a lot of time at home, mostly by choice, but some of it by necessity, where I am more restricted with caring for Charlotte and the different needs that she has and the restrictions that puts on life. But in this, I have found an outlet for all kinds of things, for my personality, for my stitching, for engaging, Anyway, I'm rambling, but all I'm trying to say is thank you, and thank you again. So this is a big celebration for me of 3 years that I never really thought I would get 3 years. I didn't think I would have all of this that I have been so blessed by. So thank you to every single one of you for the part that you have played in that. And as a little thank you, we'll have a giveaway. And I'm sorry that I can only give to one of you, but you know, we have regular giveaways here, so do keep trying. This one is really because I am feeling that it's time to start stitching the bees. And I love bees, lots more bees in my stash. And this is one that I added to my stash a while ago, and I'm going to, I ordered 2 of them so that I could share one with you. So because I'm doing so many other things, I'm not stitching many bees at the moment, so you can stitch some bees for me until I get time. So this is Save the Bees, and it is by Sue Hillis Designs. Now, this pattern has quite a lot of backstitch in it. So if you really, really hate backstitch, this won't be the one for you. But I think the backstitch really makes it. And I've been doing quite a few projects lately that require backstitch, and they really, you know, they really benefit from it. It's nice to have some that don't, but they really benefit from it. So, but anyway, I just wanted to warn you in case backstitch isn't your thing. So Save the Bees from Sue Hillis Designs. And along with this, I will be sending the little bee needle minder from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which I should probably open and share with you so you can see it in all its beauty. As always, gorgeous enamel pins. There you go, you can see Be Kind. So this little needle minder and the chart will go to one of you. If you're interested in winning, then just use the word bee, B-E-E, in your comment, and I will put you into the random comment picker before my next video and let you know then who wins. Please observe all the normal rules for a Flosstube giveaway. So you have to be 18 so that I can ask you for a mailing address. Please be a subscriber, and please, I'm happy to send this internationally, so everyone feel free to enter. Don't restrict yourself because of where you live. Don't say, oh no, I can't, because you can. I will, as long as I can post it and put your address on it, I'm very happy to send it anywhere in the world. And don't use any of the words that, you know, encourage folks who don't deserve to win. So don't use giveaway, winner, freebies, all of those kinds of words in your comments, just so that we can keep this going to a genuine stitcher and watcher of the channel. So that is my little birthday celebration giveaway. Oh, sorry. Birthday celebration giveaway. Again, thank you ever so much for everything. I hope that you will have a great couple of weeks, and I will see you again, as I said, in about 3 weeks' time. I hope that you'll have lots of special times between now and then, lots of restful times, and lots of stitching time. So stay well and stitch happy, guys. Love you all. Bye.